Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early May 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Piscean people. The Pisces Collective, my guides, talk to me. And yeah, I hope you're all doing fantastic. Let's get it going here. Guides and spirit team Pisces for early May, what energies, what messages, and yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Pisces in early May. Guides and spirit team, what messages do you got for us? What energies are swirling about? So I know astrologically still there's a lot of intensity happening. So let's see what we got, please. And the deck is being specific. For those of you new here, I only read jumpers, so I do these little shuffles until a card pops. Usually for Pisces, the card is like out 1, 2, 3, but it's just like, there we go. Oh, okay, you got Lady Luck here. Maybe that's why it was being so specific, and I like it. All right, that's probably my favorite of all the oracle cards here, Pisces. Really, really nice. And it's similar to the Wheel of Fortune in that way. It's a very exciting type of energy. So before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's have a little chat here about Lady Luck. So as I already mentioned, whenever I see her at the front end of a reading, this is an absolutely beautiful way to start. I mean, doesn't mean that everything in the reading is going to be amazing. No. I mean, you might be going through some rough things for all I know, but this is a really good sign that things could make a change for the better, or that luck is going to be on your side. I always say you might want to play the lotto with her, just like the Wheel of Fortune. You see the image here. We have the lady, and there's like the slot machines and four-leaf clovers and all the gambling things showing up here. So I really like the imagery, the energy, and the feel of it. Now, since it is like the wheel, this energy could come on very suddenly. So whether it is like a sudden shift or a change, that could be in the mix as well. But I feel like for a lot of Pisceans, this is just spirit saying like, listen, everything's going to be okay. You got something big coming in. So really good way to start. We're just going to leave her right there. Let's get into tarot. And I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Let's see what we have for Pisces, please. Guides and spirit team. And yeah, while we shuffle up and get this ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. The reading was titled Big Changes Incoming. Now, I always mention that life is always full of perpetual change, right? Sometimes changes happen much quicker than others. Sometimes they're small changes, big changes. There's always that cycle moving. But it did feel for a lot of Pisceans like now it's a little extra intense, where there's like bigger changes coming down the pipeline for a lot of us. So let's see what we have this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. Only take this how it hits for you, because we might be seeing your vibe. We might be seeing somebody else's. You know how tarot goes. Let's get you 3 cards here, my friends. What do we got for Pisces in early May? Okay, Queen of Wands, beautiful, confident type of energy. So this is a good way to start. For some of you, this could be a person you are connected to. We shall see. Let's get a couple more. I'm always cautiously optimistic before we start any reading. Queen of Swords, a lot of internal energy here. Fire, air energy showing up too. Okay, what's this Queen of Swords about? Let's get one more. You're going to get a 3rd queen. What's happening here? Oh, okay. So we do have a card that represents the Pisces Collective themselves. And there is also going to be a little bonus this week, my friends. We got the 2 of Cups chilling right there. Okay. So far, I'm liking what I'm feeling here. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. And we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first glance, I look down here at the box. And we're seeing some themes. Now, there is a nice mixture of elements going on. We have some fire, we have some air, we have some water, double water here if you count the back end. So this could be all separate situations. This could be different aspects of the same thing. So far, so good, though. That's the one thing I will say. There's a really strong divine feminine presence in this week's energy, because all the queens and then the high priest is powerful, powerful divine feminine. So we're definitely going to want to dissect this a little further. So let's go through to position number 1. we have the Queen of Wands herself chilling right there. Now, I always mention when we're dealing with court cards, kings represent control of their suit. Queens represent the internal aspects of the element. So when we see the Queen of Wands, to me, she is a card of self-confidence, how one feels about themselves, how one feels on the inside. She is a beautiful, sexy, confident type of energy. So if a portion of you might be connected to a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, Sag, if that's not the case, and remember, it's not gender specific when it comes to people. The Queen of Wands is all about how we portray ourselves. This card often shows up when you're wanting to change something about your look. So are you wanting to work out a little more? Are you wanting to change your hair or change your wardrobe? Queen of Wands shows up quite often for that. Now, I do say, are you not feeling good about yourself? Because she shows up for both ends of the extreme. Like, are you being kind to yourself? Are you being nice to yourself? Or are you being mean to yourself and looking? So I'm not going to really overindulge that message too much because we still have to clarify her. Queen of Wands is very fiery and she's all about action as well, even though she is the internal expression of the wand suit. And I'm going to mention this as well. Both queens are elements that spark off of each other. With the Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, fire-air combination, it's explosive. And especially when we have a card of mystery right on the back end. Now, moving to the center, we have the Queen of Swords. Similar, yet different than the Queen of Wands. So now this is air sign energy. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And she is very stern, very serious. Now, any of these energies could be energies you are stepping into, for sure. Now, the Queen of Swords is more about one's communication style, but also their thought process, their mind, their brain. This is a card of determination. It's a card of planning and strategy. The Queen of Swords takes no mess, right? It's simple, straightforward, honest, to the point. In her rougher sense, the Queen of Swords could represent someone that is being harsh, that's being cold, that's being mean. But in the positive sense, like what you see is what you get. She can be very serious and stern. So when I see like the fire-air combination, we really want to get into the finer details of this because these energies play off each other here in the front end. But any of those aspects you could be stepping into. The Queen of Swords sometimes could represent you cutting certain things out of your life, whether they're habits or behaviors, you name it. And see, she was just hanging on to that High Priestess as I was trying to pull her over. Get her tucked right back in here. I feel like the elements are really intriguing the way they're playing off of each other because as we get to the back end, we have the beautiful High Priestess. So once again, our third embodiment of the divine feminine showing up here in a powerful way. This is a card that represents the Pisces collective, just like the Moon card. Okay, so in my simplistic style, this could represent us or something that's coming towards us or a way we might be feeling in this time. But aside from that, she is the matron of psychics, intuitives, tarot readers, all that subtle energy. She represents the subconscious mind. She represents the dream state. Very spiritual energy as well. But a big thing with her is mystery, the unknown, the unseen. What lies beneath is what we think of when the High Priestess is here. So whether you're feeling something in your gut, like your intuition's trying to tell you something, or this is just something you don't quite see just yet, we'll have to really clarify her and see what's up. So she could be really the linchpin of this whole entire reading. She could be very simple or very complex. Now, your bonus card does have the Two of Cups, beautiful energy, silky smooth. It represents connections and partnerships, those that we care very much deeply for. So it's another footnote, the fact that it is a bonus. I think of it as a very silky smooth type of energy. So it could be representing a very important person. So I want to dive deeper on all this, Pisces. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here from my Pisceans, guides, and spirit team. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Queen of Wands. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Pisces, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Queen of Wands, talk to me. Why are you here, my dear? Thank you. Okay. Oh, all right. I don't dislike this. Okay, we have the Death card in the upright underneath this Queen of Wands. All right. Some of you might feel like you're really going to be remaking yourself in the coming days and weeks, and it feels really, really powerful. This is a karmic energy as well. Scorpio is the connection when we have the death card. Now, people get nervous whenever the death card shows up. It doesn't only mean endings. Okay, so I will say this, if any of you have recently experienced like endings or closes of a cycle, you could really be coming to a place of peace with that. So that's a message I could give to some of you out there. But the death card is more about somebody remaking themselves, rising from the ashes like a phoenix. So when I see it under the Queen of Wands, the death card is clarifying it. I feel for a lot of Pisces, it's going to be like getting your groove back in one way or another. So just know in the coming days and weeks, you might be feeling a little more fiery. You might be a little more spicy. You might be getting a little edge to your personality, which I feel like is a good thing right now. And if you have been in a place where you haven't been super confident, I would expect that to really come back around. Now, sure, could this just represent a karmic cycle that you're going through? Yes, we did see change show up last week, and this could represent change and shift as well. But I feel like for a lot of Pisces in this time, there's something about you remaking yourself. And as part of the Pisces collective myself, similar to Scorpios, we transform all the time as well, right? So there is something about going with the flow, and I feel like for a lot of Pisces, you're going to be getting some sort of edge to you or some sort of groove back. There's a confidence here that I really like. Let's keep moving forward because there's still unknowns showing up here on the back end of the spread. So let's see what that Queen of Swords has to say. So internally, you could start feeling much better about something, about a situation, or even yourself. So why is the Queen of Swords here? Thank you. Hey, we got a good friend, the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, without a beard, holding his goblet, having a drink, having a damn good time right here in the spread with us this week, my friends. So the King of Cups is absolutely beautiful, and I feel like for a lot of you, this is either very, very hot or cold when it comes to emotions or love in general. Because remember, I'm not just solely a love reader here. I read for everything that happens within life. And when I see the Queen of Swords with the King of Cups in the upright, for a lot of you, you might be holding back very specific emotion, or you might just not be paying attention to love. I feel like it's one or the other, like looking at a situation, analyzing it, because to me, this could be a battle between the heart and the mind. Like, all right, should I think logically about this, or should I go with my heart? Should I use my brain or should I use my feelers here? Now, listen, as part of the Pisces Collective myself, I know we intuit our way through life. The way we feel about things and our intuition, it guides us in a lot of different places. So to me, this does feel, for whatever situations you might be going through, that perfect blend, that perfect mixture of logic and feeling could really come together for a lot of you. And I feel like something's culminating here, Pisces, like with the way this energy is. And now the way this energy is starting to show up, it's like building blocks or puzzle pieces are snapping together. So I can't wait to see what the end result is going to be, because I feel like something's building up. And a lot of Pisces in this time might be feeling a very similar thing, like you're on the brink of something, or you're on the brink of something big happening or something big coming in. Also, have to note, we have a lot of people starting to show up here. We have the Two of Cups here, so there is some sort of big influence about the company you keep and the people around you. Let's keep moving over to that High Priestess. Then we'll really tie everything together. So this reading is coming through in a very unique way, different than all the other Zodiac this week, that's for sure. So let's see what that High Priestess has for us. There's the High Priestess here. Thank you. Wow. Wow. I mean, my friend, so if you do feel something building up, if you feel something in the ether, here it is. Here it is in black and white. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the upright underneath this High Priestess. For a lot of Pisces in this time, this is either like a really big, massive offer coming your way. Because remember, that's us. That's the Ace of Pentacles. So something big's coming in. Big opportunity or offer, and I really like it. But as I've been saying with this High Priestess, she represents the unseen, the surprising, the unexpected. So I feel for a lot of Pisces, there could be an unexpected winter victory coming down the pipeline here. Now, we're seeing lots of different areas of life. We have the internals here, how we feel about ourselves. Then we have the heart and the mind happening right here in the center, where it could be our personal relationship showing up. Now we have money. So it's like firing on all cylinders. So Pisces, if you're going through problems in this time, I would expect and do expect for a lot of Pisceans to make big leaps and gains in any or all of these areas of life. And I don't say that lightly. The Ace of Pentacles is the golden opportunity from the universe. You see it holding out its hand. And underneath this High Priestess, whether it is that big offer coming your way from somebody or something, this is Spirit saying, like you don't see it coming yet. You feel it a little bit. Your intuition's telling you something big is coming. Well, here it is. It's a surprising or unexpected winner victory. Powerful, big energy. And I really, really like it a lot, Pisces. So let's put this right back here. I'm going to go through. We'll do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. Lovely, lovely reading for you this week, my friends. But if you kindly look in the box before the shadow card, position number 1, we do have the Queen of Wands with the Death card in the upright. So if any of you have recently gone through an ending or a cycle close, you could be coming to some sort of peace about that. But if that's not the case, the big thing I'm picking up here is like you might be remaking yourself in one way or another, getting your groove back. You might start feeling revitalized and an extra boost of confidence. I felt like a lot of Pisceans are going to have a little edge to them in this time, which feels really good. Moving to the center, we have the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups himself right there. So yeah, maybe some of you aren't interested in anything love related right now. That's a little bit of a message I was picking up. But for another portion of you, I said I felt like building blocks or puzzle pieces coming together, where it's like you might be firing on all cylinders coming up. So you could make big progress in a lot of areas of life. Heart, mind, how you feel about yourself. We got money, we got partnerships, we got lots of people here. Onto the back end, we have the High Priestess with the Ace of Pentacles. Either this is a really big, massive offer coming your way or opportunity, or the big thing I'm seeing here is a surprising winner victory or an unexpected one that you just don't see coming yet. But I think a lot of Pisces probably feel it in the ether. You feel it in the air. And that's why like everything seems to be coming together. So please take a screenshot of that. If you're cross-watching for a Pisces, this is a good sign as well. But let's see what's in the shadows for you, my friends. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What's in the shadows for Pisces, please? Guides and Spirit team. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They can be a good thing. So let's get you one. And yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. I really do. Okay, let's get this shadow card popping here. What's going on? Thank you. Strength. Cool. Perseverance. So your strength of character, your perseverance in regards to the situation is really going to pay off big for you. We have the Strength card showing up in the shadows. So for a portion of you, this could represent a Leo that you're connected to. That's showing up there for whatever reason. But when I see strength, I don't think of physical strength. I think of someone's strength of character, their strength of personality, their perseverance. And I kind of picked it up here in the beginning, like feeling revitalized. This is a very similar energy that I'm picking up. So some of you might be coming out of a time of life where Spirit has been putting you through some tests, where you've been through some trying times and situations. That's a big possibility when this card is here. But the main thing I always say about this is your patience, your strength will be rewarded eventually. That's a big thing with this card. So once again, Pisces, I feel like for a lot of you, everything could be coming together. And for another portion of you, Spirit could be highlighting August, like Leo season for you. There might be some significant things happening in that time of the year. So that's what I have for you this week, Pisces. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a one-on-one personal reading with me, you could check out my digital calendar at mastermetaphysics.com. But for the May subscriber surprise, we're doing a winner's choice this month, my friends. 2 lucky subscribers will get their choice of either the Everyday Witches Tarot, which is a wonderful deck. It's one of my favorites. Or you can choose a crystal pendant of your choice from my website. They're homemade. The energy is luscious. They're beautiful. So it's winner's choice there. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments where in the world you are from. You don't have to give me your home address or anything like that. It could be your country, state, province, whatever it might be. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you again soon.